Welcome to this week's Friday Facts. 433 Lift-Off initiated. This is the last one before the release, posted by the Factorio team and V. Hello, 3 days to go. Factorio Space Age trailer. With a new expansion, of course, comes a new trailer. After many weeks of work, fine-tuning and polishing, Albert, with help of Václav and the script written by Arundel, has finished the launch trailer for the Space Age expansion. I wondered when this will come out. I mean, usually game trailers are a bit earlier, but I guess, yeah, there are game trailers and there are launch trailers, and maybe we had these music show cases where we could already see the planets and their music, so this was also probably considered a trailer. But I guess let's look at the launch trailer, and I guess you can also watch it on YouTube yourself.
The factory has grown, but its potential reaches far beyond. Now it's time to leave the known behind for a new expansion and ascend to the Space Age. Construct vast orbital platforms, the backbone of interplanetary logistics. Flying factories that destroy and collect asteroids as they travel the solar system. 4 new worlds are on the horizon. Vulcanus, a hot volcanic planet with a thick sulfuric atmosphere. Nestle new factories on plains of ash between blazing volcanic mountains and cracked wastelands. Extract molten metal from lava. Tame the planet's raw fury into the power of metallurgy. Gleba, a vibrant swampy planet of moldy lichen forests, constant rains and odd creatures. Discover exotic plants, cultivate their fruits, and pioneer new possibilities of bioengineering. Fulgora. In the day, sand blows around the mysterious remnants of a long-dead civilization. Mine the ancient ruins and recycle their tech. At night, lightning storms shatter the skies. Use this electricity to power your factory and unlock new electromagnetic advancements. Aquilo, where fighting the cold is a constant battle. Build your factory on floating icebergs. Harvest the bottomless ocean of liquid ammonia to fuel cryogenics and fusion power. Master the planets. Invent new systems. Automate everything in Factorio Space Age.
So this was the trailer. I really like that they have changed this arriving in space animation, and also if you land on the planet you will go back through the clouds and you can actually see the drop pod then. I guess this is not shown here, but it's nice that they showed some interesting factory designs. A lot about Vulcanus. And of course the demolisher running through the factory. And then the pentapods and some Gleba production, I guess. This looks like only doing mesh and transforming the mesh and maybe even jelly into nutrients. I wonder if you can just burn all these fruits in these heating towers. And then of course Fulgora. I wonder if the first lightning that they showed was actually captured by some kind of lightning rod or lightning collector, or whether that actually hit something. But I guess they would show a properly working factory. And then we have Aquilo, mostly frozen. And I guess they show the thawing a bit. And the fusion reactor, of course. And there they show how the demolisher is killed. I wonder whether the demolisher is lured to the factory, and there they have a lot of turrets and things to kill the demolisher. I guess this might be a strategy, just luring the demolisher to the place where you might kill it. And there's a space factory, quite big. I wonder if you would really use that many assembling machine 3s on such a big endgame. Already with railguns, space platform. Maybe these are recipes that can't be done otherwise. And there are lots of beacons also. And there you can see the spawners. One of them is already captured, the other one gets recaptured or something. I don't know why they would have a wild biter spawner there. I guess it got rogue in the meantime. And it's of course fun that the artillery and everything train goes through the middle of the base with elevated rails. And there is fusion reactors and the cryo plant. Some foundries, some I guess normal refineries, some more foundries. Don't really see an EM plant just now. Wonder if those are miners. I guess they are the big mining drills. There's the lab. There are some EM plants. Okay, yeah, quite a lot of showcasing and even biochambers down there. So let's look at the next stuff. This is the Mech armor, but I will first read through this last part. The result speaks for itself, and there are some details you might notice. For instance, the rockets now have fixtures carrying the cargo pods, and we have animations for cargo pods landing on a planet. And at landing pads. Or perhaps you notice the player running around with some of the new late game technologies. Mech armor, I guess I will turn on some fitting music. From the very first prototype of Space Age we had a new tier of armor in it. The only difference was a 20% larger equipment grid over Power Armor Mark II, but along with quality this felt well above adequate already. As Arundel and Albert were developing the concept, the design settled on the idea that the player is locking themselves in a metal sarcophagus, transcending humanity to become the perfect factory machine or Factorio machine. We have been thinking what kind of special features could the new piece of armor have, and the most obvious and convenient one seemed to be the ability to fly. Especially as the jetpack from space exploration is quite convenient, though we'd want to do it a bit differently. So just for reference, I will show the mod pack or mod page for the jetpack. So this is how it looks in space exploration. If you fly around, I guess you are still just the player, and then next to you and behind you there are these little jet engines. So some ideas would be, we didn't want to add a button to toggle flying. We would prefer precise movements, unlike the Spidertron bobbing and rubber banding. So yeah, the space exploration or the jetpack mod by Arundel, you had to be very careful where exactly you would fly, because it would accelerate and then you would have to decelerate a bit if you want to get to a certain place and not steer past it. So therefore the flying would just happen automatically whenever you would be about to hit any obstacle. This raises some immediate questions like, do we have separate speeds for walking and flying, and with it exoskeleton equipment and jetpack equipment? We decided against adding jetpack equipment, have just one movement speed value, and have exoskeleton equipment effectively make you fly faster. Which may sound strange, but as the flying happens automatically, it would be very annoying to have one of the speeds slower. Being part of the armor also means that we can show the flying capability in the armor graphics. So this is part of the animation. I will just show the full one on different planets. And yeah, it flies up even when you might get hit by a train. Graphics by Jersey. I guess the eventual graphics of the Mech armor. Here are some line arts by Arundel. Quite nice. I guess this might be concept art. I don't know if this is... Maybe this is actually the same. Maybe this is this side, and this other vice grip thing is part of that. As you can see, you not only take flight if you were to hit an obstacle, but also when an obstacle is about to hit you, so the train. I don't know if there are any other obstacles where this applies, maybe cars or tanks that drive towards you. I hope the collision detection always works, and even if the train is totally fast. The Mech armor went from a minor upgrade to a game changer. Being able to move freely makes basic navigation in the game feel incredible, and as a secondary effect it means you feel much better about stacking many legendary exoskeletons in your armor, because it doesn't make you run into obstacles all the time. I guess I had that sometimes when I, especially in modded playthroughs where I had Power Armor Mark IV or something with a lot of exoskeletons. It was difficult to be precise there, to land in a location where I could actually do the thing that I wanted to do. So it doesn't require fuel or electricity from your equipment grid, that's good. It just works whenever it would be useful, almost. The combat abilities were in fact so powerful that we had to give the demolishers a smoke cloud which prevents you from flying, as otherwise fighting them felt like a joke. So yeah, I guess you can't just fly over them or through their things that they leave behind. And I guess there was this little effect of the power armor sparkling, or some sparks flying around, and then the flying is disabled for a while, I guess. If you ever feel like missing construction robots when starting a new game, this feeling just got a lot worse. The mech armor also makes you forget to fear walking over rails, which can be a hazardous habit. Yeah, I know that. I already have access to Space Age, and I use the pin ability to pin trains so they can be seen from outside the current view. So I know whether they might get closer or not. At least this works when you have few trains running through the middle of your base. I might even actually use elevated rails soon. From the perspective of visuals and concept, we wanted the mech armor to be the player becoming one with the machine, and in part one of the stronger symbols of Space Age. And now the mechanics match that. I guess so. I guess these are just 3 different colors from 3 different perspectives. This is the mech actually flying. Conclusion. Space Age has been almost 4 years in development, and now the finish line is just ahead of us. We look forward to seeing you all enjoying Space Age on Monday, and don't forget to put shield equipment in your mech suit. Trains aren't the only enemy. Let us know if you are ready to become one with the machine at the usual places. So that's a rather short one, but also, yeah, it was the trailer. It's the final one before release. I wonder whether they will make a few more Friday facts, just explaining more of the things that they might have left out, because there were so many details they couldn't fit everything into Friday facts. And yeah, as I just said, I have now early access to Space Age, and I guess even in 3 days I will still be playing, and at the moment I don't have Steam achievements, so I guess the Steam achievements will arrive once the actual release comes. But I will be streaming playing Space Age on Twitch, and I will also upload all the videos to YouTube. In fact, one of the videos is just getting uploaded, and it's like 10 hours long, so the upload might also take a while. You can watch that if you want, and you could also follow me on Twitch if you want to see me build a factory live. Thank you for watching these Friday Facts discussions and read-alongs. See you another time.